Have you ever felt challenged to stay calm in the face of tantrums, disobedience, or the daily frustrations of children? Or wondered how to offer the best example of resilience and patience to your children and students, even in the most difficult moments? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, may be the key to developing these qualities and strengthening your presence as an educator and parent. In this video, we'll explore 10 Stoic truths that will help you face these challenges while remaining firm, balanced, and serene. By applying these principles, you can transform your approach to conflict, manage challenges with grace, and above all, teach essential values through example. Imagine the impact that an education based on patience and resilience can have on a child's life. Don't forget to like, share your experiences in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. To understand how Stoicism can transform the role of parents and educators, it's essential first to understand what this philosophy teaches. Originating in ancient Greece, Stoicism is a practical philosophy focused on the pursuit of inner peace and emotional control, especially in challenging situations. Stoics believe that while we can't control what happens around us, we can control how we react to these events. When we apply this perspective to education, we realize that many conflicts and frustrations in parenting or teaching come from our attempts to control behaviors and outcomes beyond our reach. Stoicism instead teaches us to accept what is beyond our control and to focus our efforts on what we can truly change, our attitudes and reactions. For parents and educators, this approach can be transformative. By practicing these 10 Stoic truths, you can learn to cultivate a calm, serene, and consistent presence. Not only does this relieve personal stress, but it also provides an environment of safety and understanding for children. When we are patient and resilient, we teach these qualities to children through example, showing them how to handle their own challenges and emotions. Now let's delve into each of these truths and discover how to apply them daily with children and students. Truth 1. Accept what you cannot control. One of the main sources of frustration in education is trying to control children's behavior and reactions. Stoicism teaches us that what is beyond our control must be accepted with serenity, as fighting against what we cannot change only generates anxiety and wear. This principle can be transformative for parents and educators, since children's behavior often reflects developmental phases or passing emotions that cannot be instantly molded. For example, when a child is crying or irritable, our impulse may be to calm them quickly or even reprimand them for being out of control. However, by accepting that you cannot control their emotions but can control how you react, you become a model of patience and stability. This acceptance does not mean passivity, but rather an opportunity to show that strong emotions are natural and that a calm and balanced response is possible. Furthermore, by understanding that children have their own feelings and rhythms, you can develop a more compassionate and welcoming approach. Accepting that not everything is within our control allows parents and educators to be more flexible and understanding. This attitude helps strengthen the bond with children, showing them they don't need to be perfect to be accepted. By practicing this Stoic truth, you teach a valuable lesson that calm and resilience are more powerful than the attempt to control everything around you. Truth 2. Use reason, not emotion. In the face of challenging behavior, our first reaction may be emotional, perhaps irritation or frustration. It's natural to feel this way when a child disobeys or acts impulsively. However, Stoicism suggests that decisions and actions based on reason are more effective and lasting. For parents and educators, reacting rationally without letting emotions take over helps build a relationship of respect and understanding with children. Imagine a situation where a child disobeys or refuses to complete a task. Instead of reacting with irritation, a Stoic approach would encourage you to take a deep breath and assess the situation. Try to understand the reasons behind the child's behavior. Is she tired, frustrated, or seeking attention? By responding calmly and rationally, you convey the importance of listening and respecting boundaries, encouraging more open and sincere communication. This principle is particularly useful in conflict situations, as it helps prevent emotional exhaustion and teaches children that facing challenges with serenity and clarity is a more constructive way of dealing with life. Demonstrating emotional control also helps the child develop self-control by seeing the adult as an example of calm. Reacting with reason rather than impulsiveness transforms the environment and creates an atmosphere where mutual respect and understanding are valued. Truth 3. Find value in small acts. In Stoicism, valuing small acts means recognizing that progress is built gradually and that every step matters. In the context of education, it's easy to focus on big goals and forget to celebrate small victories and daily progress. However, by valuing these small advancements, you reinforce children's confidence and self-esteem, showing that their effort and dedication are noticed and appreciated. Imagine a child finally managing to solve a math problem after several attempts. Instead of waiting for big accomplishments to show recognition, celebrate this small victory. Tell the child how important her effort was and value the commitment, not just the final result. This approach helps the child develop a positive attitude toward learning, understanding that every small achievement is a step toward growth. This practice of recognition also teaches resilience, as the child learns to value the process as much as the goal. Over time, she begins to understand that progress is gradual and that every step, no matter how small, contributes to her development. Demonstrating gratitude and recognition in small acts helps build a trusting relationship, encouraging the child to keep trying and see value in every effort. Truth 4. Accept mistakes as part of the process. For Stoics, a mistake is not a failure, but an essential part of learning. Accepting that both children and adults make mistakes helps us deal with frustrations more lightly and constructively. As a parent or educator, embracing mistakes teaches the child that failures are opportunities for growth, not reasons to give up or feel discouraged. When correcting a child, try to focus on what can be learned from the mistake instead of reprimanding or punishing her. For example, if she fails to complete a task correctly, encourage her to think about what can be done differently next time. By doing so, you convey the idea that mistakes are part of the learning process and that there is always something positive to be gained from them. This principle helps the child develop resilience and self-confidence as she learns to face difficulties with a positive outlook and not fear failure. For parents and educators, this approach also relieves the pressure to expect perfection at every moment. The important thing is to show that learning is continuous and that each mistake is a step forward in the path of development. Truth 5. Cultivate active empathy. Stoicism values empathy as a way to better understand others and create more meaningful relationships. Cultivating active empathy means striving to understand children's perspectives and feelings, putting yourself in their shoes, and validating their emotions. This helps build a deeper connection and respond to challenges with greater sensitivity. To practice active empathy, remember what it was like to be a child, with all the uncertainties and challenges of that time. By making a conscious effort to understand a child's emotions and difficulties, you strengthen the bond and create an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect. For example, if a child is frustrated or upset, try to listen to her concerns before responding. Show that you care about what she feels and that you are there to support her. This attitude of listening and acceptance teaches children that their emotions are valid and that it is important to share how they feel. Additionally, by seeing an adult practicing empathy, they also learn to be more considerate and attentive to others. Over time, active empathy becomes a pillar in building healthy relationships and creating an environment where everyone feels valued. Truth 6. Avoid judgment and labeling. Judging or labeling a child based on a specific behavior can affect their self-esteem and hinder their development. Stoicism teaches us to avoid jumping to conclusions and remember that each person is in constant growth. For parents and educators, this means it's more useful to observe without judging, seeking to understand the reasons behind behaviors. Instead of applying negative labels, try to see each behavior as an opportunity for learning and growth. For example, if a child is constantly behaving in a challenging way, the initial reaction may be to consider them difficult or stubborn. However, by looking beyond the immediate behavior, you may find that they are dealing with insecurities or seeking attention inappropriately. By avoiding labels and trying to understand what's behind the behavior, you create a foundation for more positive and constructive teaching. This principle also helps the child see themselves in a more positive light, as avoiding labels gives them more freedom to explore their own abilities and grow without feeling that they are defined in a negative way. The Stoic approach of non-judgment allows parents and educators to focus on continuous development rather than limiting the child to a temporary behavior. Truth 7. Be an example of calm and perseverance. Children learn a lot by observing. In Stoicism, personal example is one of the most powerful forms of teaching. When parents and educators demonstrate calm and perseverance in challenging situations, this inspires children to act in the same way. Consistency in this attitude helps create an environment where serenity and persistent effort are shared values. Imagine a situation where a child is agitated or frustrated with a difficult task. Instead of getting irritated, show calm and patience. Explain that you also face challenges, but it's important to keep trying and not give up. With this approach, the child begins to understand that keeping calm and persevering are valuable attitudes. This consistent behavior practically teaches children how to deal with obstacles in a balanced way. Additionally, when a child sees an adult persevere, they gain confidence in facing their own challenges. The example of calm and persistence becomes a valuable resource that the child can use throughout their life. Truth 8. Value the present. Valuing the present means being fully aware of the current moment without getting overly distracted by the past or future. In Stoicism, this presence is considered fundamental for achieving serenity. For parents and educators, practicing full presence helps to build stronger connections with children and to offer genuine support. Being genuinely dedicated to the moment can be as simple as disconnecting from distractions, such as the phone, when spending time with children. By showing that you value the present and are attentive to what's happening, you convey a sense of security and attention. This focus creates an environment where children feel seen and heard, which strengthens the relationship. Furthermore, by demonstrating the importance of being present, you teach children that the present moment is valuable. They begin to understand that happiness and fulfillment can be found in the now, instead of always waiting for something in the future. This principle is powerful in building a fuller and more balanced life. Truth 9. Practice patience daily. Patience is a central virtue in Stoicism, especially in the context of education. Teaching and raising children is a continuous process, and the practice of patience helps to better deal with the challenges that arise. Developing this quality means accepting that learning and growth take time and that progress happens gradually. For example, if a child is taking time to understand a new concept or improve a behavior, it's important to maintain an attitude of patience and encouragement. Instead of pressuring or becoming frustrated, remember that each person has their own pace of learning. Giving the child space to evolve at their own pace shows that you respect their process and trust in their ability to grow. This practice of patience also teaches the child to be more tolerant with themselves, as they understand that they don't need to be perfect all the time. Over time, they learn to value effort and perseverance, and to handle their own difficulties and challenges better. Truth 10. Remember that growth is a journey. Stoicism reminds us that personal growth and child development are continuous processes filled with highs and lows. For parents and educators, accepting that each challenge is part of the journey is essential to maintain a balanced and lasting vision. Embracing development as a journey means valuing each small step and appreciating progress, regardless of its pace. Instead of worrying about each difficulty or delay, try to see these moments as opportunities for learning and strengthening. If a child faces difficulties with a task, encourage them to keep trying and remind them that growth takes time. This approach reinforces the idea that the path is more important than a fixed destination, and that the real value lies in the effort and patience throughout the journey. This Stoic truth teaches resilience and patience to parents, educators, and children. It strengthens the confidence that, regardless of challenges, everyone is constantly evolving. Thus, growth ceases to be a fixed goal and becomes a journey appreciated at every stage. Summary and final reflection. Throughout this video, we've explored the 10 Stoic truths and how each of them can make a significant difference in the way parents and educators relate to children. To recap: 1. Accept what you cannot control. Helps reduce frustrations by understanding that children's behavior isn't always within our control. 2. Use reason, not emotion, teaches the importance of responding calmly and rationally rather than reacting impulsively. 3. Find value in small acts, shows how each small victory is a step in the path of development. 4. Accept mistakes as part of the process, promotes learning through mistakes, encouraging resilience. 5. Cultivate active empathy, helps create a bond of understanding and respect. 6. Avoid judgment and labeling, allows us to see beyond passing behaviors and focus on continuous development. 7. Be an example of calm and perseverance, inspires children to face challenges with serenity and determination. 8. Value the present, teaches the importance of being present and appreciating the now. 9. Practice patience daily, reminds us that progress is gradual and respecting children's pace is essential. 10. Remember that growth is a journey, reinforces the importance of appreciating each stage of development. By applying these principles daily, you not only transform your way of interacting, but also offer a lasting example of resilience and patience. Children learn by observing, and each of your actions teaches the importance of living serenely, valuing each moment and effort. Imagine the impact of an education that values every bit of progress and teaches children to face challenges calmly and determinedly. Stoicism offers powerful tools to tackle difficulties and, above all, teaches us to seek peace and balance in every situation. This is the greatest legacy parents and educators can leave. If these truths resonated with you, start by applying at least one of them in your daily life with children or students and observe the results over time. Remember that Stoicism is a continuous practice, and every effort we make to maintain calm and patience brings lasting benefits. Share your experiences and ideas in the comments on how these truths could make a difference in your life. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content on Stoicism and education, and share the video with other parents and educators who may benefit. Thank you for watching until the end, and for joining us on this journey of learning and growth. See you in the next video.